I find the story of the Starbucks Corporation to be very omoshiroi. Maximum interesting. Many companies went woke because of ESG money or because it was trendy. No, I do think that the CEO of Starbucks at the time legitimately went woke because he believed it. And he had very interesting initiatives. The first one that I recall was talking to customers about race. So you would go to Starbucks and the barista, which is obviously hyper educated on the subject. I don't know, maybe they went in the time machine and they got Nazis to work there because they had to talk about race at length, making people aware of the injustices that they cause, right? So you, myself, your mother, we are all causing the injustices. And the barista was to lecture us. That initiative didn't work, apparently. Sales went down. Turns out people who are sleepy in the morning and just want to go to work don't have the fucking time or luxury to talk about race. But anyway, right, after that, they had another debacle where a couple of black individuals went to a Starbucks store and they didn't order anything. The person there asked them to order something or leave, and because they refused, they were trespassing. So the cops were called upon them. This also happened before with a pregnant woman that wanted to use the Starbucks facilities, and because they said no, they called the cops on her when she refused to leave. That didn't cause a national scandal, but this is the United States of America we're talking about, where racism is at its highest it has ever been, under the Democrats' guys, I suppose. Well, actually, it was under Trump then, so yes, under Trump it was very much high racism. And because the police was called on those black gentlemen that didn't want to leave the premise, it made international news. Like, I from Romania actually heard about it, how evil Starbucks is. Now the manager, so the CEO of Starbucks actually took measures and shut down all of its chains in order to instruct people on the plights of racismus. I think the manager from a Starbucks store actually sued and won because she was fired for being white. Like, this is how woke we're talking about, right? Like, this is like Starbucks at its peak enlightenment. The awakening has happened. It woke up from the matrix, looked around itself, realized the injustices that have been done, and decided to make changes. Oh, another change they made, and this is my favorite, is allowing everyone to use the facilities and to use Starbucks. So, like, even if you wanted to buy or not, you could still use it. Many homeless people in California actually took them up on their offer. I remember when I went to Reddit on the Starbucks forum, you had many baristas complaining that they're quitting because they're seeing drug needles and all sorts of nasty stuff in the bathrooms, and they didn't sign up for this. The clientele for Starbucks, I mean, it's such an expensive piss coffee that only rich people can afford it. And the thing with the rich people, they like to talk about, yes, racism is bad and we need to change society, but they don't want to be part of the change. They don't want to see the lower classes. They don't want to see the peasantry as they went to the Starbucks. So they started shopping elsewhere. So over time, you also have like the BLM riots in the United States. So you have now the CEO of Starbucks saying, oh, well, a lot of our stores have been vandalized and burned down, and this is intolerable. Like, yeah, sure, we're fighting racism, but we are a nation of laws and blah, 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 blah. It went in an interesting way, like a 180 turn for some reason. I don't know. And now you see that Starbucks is suing worker union, saying customers are chastising the coffee chain and vandalizing stores over pro-Palestinian social media posts. Again, like this is a CEO that chose he doesn't just want to sell coffee. Because all of this shit, all of this shit can be easily avoided if you just shut the fuck up and sell coffee. It's not that fucking difficult, right? But you wanted a political company, a company that cares. And usually, when you look at the American culture, it's easy to know what messages to say. Oh, you go with BLM. I mean, that's a sure win. You can't go wrong with them. The LGBT people, I mean, if you go with the gays, you're almost guaranteed a win. You put the rainbow flag, unless you're Budweiser. But usually, it's kind of an easy win. With the recent Israeli and versus Palestinian conflict, it's a lot more difficult, especially on the left. Because the universities have worked hard and tirelessly over the last couple of years to educate people that capitalism is wrong, white privilege is horrible, colonizing people is the worst thing ever imaginable. And like all of these things. And now the students don't support Israel, much to the shock and dismay of their professors. So you have this situation where maybe it's best if you shut the fuck up and just sell coffee. But of course, people can't just do that, so they're on social media, they're posting inflammatory stuff. And because of this, you got a legal battle erupting when Starbucks, the union, and a local affiliate representing employees posted or reposted social media messages on X that called for solidarity with Palestine. And again, like this happens after you see those gruesome, absolutely gruesome images of women being kidnapped, people being paraded on the streets, corpses and very, elderly people shot. And again, it's just shut the fuck up and sell coffee. But like, because you were promoting this type of culture, well, now, not only do you have a union, like in Romania, most places don't even have unions. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but like the concept of a union, especially in modern day, is very progressive, let's put it like this. Not only do you have a union, but it's very left-leaning oriented, and it just can't shut the fuck up, because for them everything is political, right? Like, while they're selling coffee, they're helping the Palestinians, some way, somehow, I don't know, but like, if you're from Gaza listening to this, rest assured that the barista is selling coffee in order to help you out. This is the mentality. This is what we're dealing with. So, in a trademark infringement lawsuit, Starbucks accused the Work United of damaging their brand reputation, and the suit also names Service Employees International Union, SAIU affiliate. Earlier this month, the Hamas did what I just described, and the lawsuit included several screen grabs of pro-Palestinian post shares by the union. Basically, they're upset that they used the logo of Starbucks in order to do it, and an angry caller called it to shut it down. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Even I would not use the logo of another company in order to promote my political posts. They'll probably win, I think. I'm curious what the union is going to do, because the whole purpose of a union is to bully the company. I mean, it's literally that. It's like, okay, well, we are all the employees and we get to bully you. The interesting thing is that I don't think the union itself is very united on this front, because again, it's Israel versus Palestine. You're going to have many left-leaning people disagreeing with whatever side you pick. And the union is going to have difficulty in maintaining its ranks. There may be actual Jewish people that are working at Starbucks. Aren't they? Are they? I don't know. I assume they may. They probably would not agree with what the union have said. So yeah, they created the situation. I mean, this whole thing, right? Like, they're complaining that customers are breaking down windows for Starbucks. And so they're not complaining that people are like boycotting them and sales are going down. No, they're complaining that they're being vandalized by the community. I'm sorry, in Romania that doesn't happen. Like, we don't have that shit. Because we have a country of law and order. If you vandalize the Starbucks, you get arrested. Simple. But if you have a culture where, oh, well, the criminal is actually a victim and the society is to blame and, like the shit that the CEO argued for people to think about in the beginning, yeah, well, then people are more brazen. Horrible, obviously. I don't know if right-wingers do it. I don't think right-wingers do it, right? Like, does this happen in a small town? I don't think it happens in a small town. But anyway, right, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.